Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of it. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level, unbiased truth in the middle. These energies can absolutely be swapped, so if you end up resonating more with the energy to my right than to my left, or vice versa if you're a cross-watcher, just know that is totally fine and totally normal. The point of these readings are not to resonate fully with everyone, but to help you take what you need to and help your personal situation and leave what does not. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall oracle cards for the reading, and this week I've actually clarified them with another tarot deck. So we'll be diving into a different tarot deck for each side of the connection, and then on top of that I've pulled 3 cards from a separate deck. This is a new deck that I got. I'm trying to get familiar with the imagery on it, so it can be a little bit more of an intuitive process because these cards are a little different than the imagery that I'm typically used to. So that's why I'm pulling those this week, and then as usual, we'll just jump into all 3 sides. All right. First and foremost, somebody has walked away from this connection. This is a connection that isn't currently together in some way, shape, or form. Now, on your side here, Scorpio, you have release with the 8 of Cups. So I don't know who walked away from who, and I don't really feel like that is all that important because it just feels like overall there is a need to get, because I feel like you're wanting to release this connection. Like maybe it's been challenging for you to fully kind of let go of it in a way, and there's a reason for that, which we'll get when we look at the truth of this. But I just feel like you're trying to figure out how you can get through this, because I do feel like if you can see all of these cups spilled over, and it's almost kind of like it's creating its own like ocean here, and it just feels like you have so many different emotions that you're just kind of like, the ocean always being to me like a good representation of our pool of emotions, and then sometimes we have a wave wash over us of emotion that eventually goes back into the ocean. But I ultimately just feel like it's talking about how like it just feels like you can't break free of this, you can't release yourself from this, and hopefully we can get insight today on how to do that. Now this person has veiled with the Strength in reverse, so this person, I feel like, wore a mask in this connection. It feels like they weren't completely honest about who they were, or like upfront about who they were, how they felt, or something like that. So I feel like this might have blindsided you a little bit. It didn't have to, but I that's what I feel like. I just feel like this person was very not upfront with you. And so if they were the ones who walked away in this, then it was just very, they blindsided you in a way, or you walked away and you were kind of blindsided by their reaction. That could be another thing too. But this veiled card here and the Strength in reverse card that they have is telling me that they struggle with their own sense of confidence, especially in loving connections, and this connection really poked at that for them. And so I feel like them walking away was their way of kind of avoiding having to face a lot of the uncomfortable emotions that came with this connection. Now, in between this connection, there's soulmate with the Hangman in reverse. This was some sort of a soulmate connection. Now, what I mean by that, it doesn't mean that this is the only person out there that is meant for you or anything like that, but it was a very powerful connection. Both people in this connection were very drawn to each other in a way, and that's what's making it really hard for you guys to fully let go of this. It could have been one of those connections that like maybe broke up or came back together a couple of times. Like it just feels like no matter what, you guys were kind of always drawn to each other, until it got to be a little bit too unhealthy maybe. But let's start, Scorpio, by looking at your side of this connection. It feels like someone has already walked away from this, though. It feels like maybe energetically already, like it hasn't happened physically, but someone's checked out. So Scorpio side of this connection, clarifying release with the 8 of Cups. This is for Scorpio side of this connection. Scorpio side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. See, you've been left kind of feeling emotionally overwhelmed. See, but I feel like you're burnt out feeling like this. Because there's the Seven of Cups with the Four of Swords in reverse. So it feels like you, like in some way, were just kind of left feeling like overwhelmed, like not really knowing which way to turn. Now it's interesting because if you see the Seven of Cups, he's also wearing a mask, and then we have that veiled card, right? So to me, it's like it feels like you were blindsided by this person, like taking their mask off or something. I really feel like you're tired of feeling the way that you have, because it feels like you want to release this, like you want to release yourself from this sorrow that you're experiencing, because with the Fool card here, you're wanting some sort of a new beginning. You're wanting some sort of a new beginning here. So let's get more for Scorpio's side of this connection. More for Scorpio's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Scorpio's side of the connection. Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. See, the truth of this is that this is a blessing in disguise for you, in a way. And I feel like you want to punch me when I say that, because I feel like you've been going through so much. But I really feel like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that literally is my card of blessing in disguise, because with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, something was imbalanced here. Something was imbalanced in this connection. It wasn't, I don't know if it wasn't reciprocated or if it was unrequited love, maybe. I'm not necessarily saying that's what it was. It just feels like somebody wasn't being fully honest here. And with that, there wasn't this ability to build like a level, reciprocal, vulnerable connection. Because here's the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like something was revealed to you. Something was revealed to you in a way that kind of like, I don't know, it led to this imbalance. I don't necessarily know what that is yet. I want to keep that one, actually. But I want more on that. Let's get more for Scorpio's side of this connection. I don't necessarily know if it was deception as much as like withholding. This is Scorpio's side of the connection. I just feel like this person turned out to not be who you thought they were. The Death, Queen of Swords in reverse. Goodness, Scorpio. Eight of Swords. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So there was a lack of reciprocation. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is receiving less than you were putting out. Then you have this Eight of Swords, and you are stuck in this because of limiting beliefs that you have around love. So I feel like you are used to the Six of Pentacles in reverse energy. You're used to receiving less and giving more. Now, it's interesting because things had to come to an end here, because the universe was trying to veer you away from what didn't serve you. Remember, oftentimes rejection is divine redirection. What doesn't work out for us is actually working out for us. We just aren't able to see it when it's happening. And it just kind of seems like the universe is like, it had to end because you weren't ending it if this person walked away from you. I feel like this person walked away from you. It doesn't have to be that way, because this is still a general reading, but I mean, that's just kind of feels how it's coming through, because you see this as like through the lens of this Death card. Like you see this as over. More for Scorpio's side of this connection. This is Scorpio's side of this connection, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you did walk away, and maybe that's why you see it as like over. Like you're like, yeah, I was freaking done with it. This is for Scorpio's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with here. The King of Swords in reverse. Scorpio, I don't really think this person was very good to you. Because so there's that Wheel of Fortune in reverse again. And then you have the King of Swords in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. It kind of feels like they were a little bit manipulative. And that's what this Veiled card is saying. Like they weren't fully honest. Like maybe they would tell you what you wanted to hear, but not really what was like the truth. It just kind of feels like they were messing with your head a little bit here. Because the universe is trying to tell you this isn't a loss. Now, you might still be like feeling all of the things that, have happened because of this. You could have been dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You definitely did not have to be. Let's get more for Scorpio's side of this connection. More for Scorpio's side of this connection, please. Maybe they did something to make you walk away. I don't know. I can't figure out who walked away on this. I guess it could go either way since it's a general reading. All right, Scorpio's side of this connection. Ooh, there's a fire sign in reverse. Okay. Ooh, okay. There's that strength. So same as the strength card. It's upright though, right? Yeah. Strength, Magician in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse. Could be dealing with fire sign. Gemini, Libra, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Again, you don't have to be. I just call it out as I see it. But then you have this Three of Wands. This person, it actually feels like they were very different from the people that you usually have in your life. And I feel like it was like this connection was very outside of your comfort zone. Like it like in a way, it was just different than what you're used to. And I feel like because of this lack of reciprocation that you were experiencing, you eventually built up a lot of resentment for them. And you built up that resentment because you were essentially in a way like consistently being like your needs were consistently being betrayed. Like you weren't getting what you needed out of this. And the biggest reason for that was because you doubted that something better was possible for you. So it kind of feels like whatever happened here, whether they did something to make you walk away or or they walked away from you, whatever the case was, it happened so that you could open your energy for what does serve you. So this ending is a blessing because it's leading you now to more of what you deserve. But I feel like so much of you were stuck on this energy of like this person is the only way I could be happy. And I don't feel like that's true. This person's energy or Scorpio's energy toward this person. I was looking over there when I said that. Scorpio's energy toward this person, please. Your intuition is trying to talk you through this. The Queen of Swords with the World, that's more air sign energy. Now we have the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. It feels like you are super in your head about this, Scorpio. Like, I feel like you're overthinking this into oblivion. And that's not helping you because you're not able to fully see what cycle is trying to close here. And I feel like it's this cycle of you receiving less than what you deserve. Like, literally what this is saying is the end of this connection is trying to close out a cycle for you so that you can have what it is you deserve. But it's like you're having such a hard time fully letting go of this. But I feel like you're having a hard time letting go of it because you're still attaching so much of like now, like maybe now you feel like you're never going to be happy, or that was the happiest you'd ever been, will ever be. Like, those beliefs are going to keep you trapped. Okay, first and foremost, nobody should make you happy, right? Sure, the relationships that you have should add to your happiness and but it shouldn't be the source of it, the creation of it. And if you're leaning too much on this person to make you happy, then that within itself is a problem. But what I'm getting at here is that, well, actually, I don't feel like things were as good as you felt they were in this connection, because this person has this veiled card. I don't feel like they were fully honest with you. Okay, this person's energy towards Scorpio with the veiled and the strength in reverse. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. This person's energy toward Scorpio. Yeah, this person isn't very stable. Okay. I feel like they had a lot going on an emotional level here with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups. Like, just kind of emotionally unstable. That's kind of what I'm reading this as. And I feel like with the Ten of Wands, they put that on you. They put a lot of that on you. Maybe they made a lot of, like, their problems your problems. This person's energy towards Scorpio. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. Wow, this person had a tendency to overthink a lot. And I feel like their overthinking led them to make a lot of really not so great decisions for themselves. And one of those could be walking away. But for you, it was a blessing in disguise. This person's energy towards Scorpio. I don't think you and this person's energies align as much anymore as they once did. I feel like that's what this is coming down to. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. There's the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Neither of you were getting what you needed out of this. Can I get more on this? Because it's the same Two of Pentacles in reverse as you have. Can I get more on this Two of Pentacles in reverse? Look, there's that Eight of Cups, that walking away. Two of Pentacles in reverse for this person's energy. Ooh, okay. Because this person does, actually, they're coming up with the Two of Cups, does have love for you. But it feels like they're struggling with so many other aspects of their life. Like, they're unstable in so many different areas that they weren't able to properly be there for you. So, like, to show up for you or to reciprocate for you. So they were more taking and you were giving. But I want to get down to how this person wasn't honest with you. Can I get clarity on this Veiled and the Strength card for this person's side of the connection? Clarifying Veiled and the Strength in reverse for this person's side of the connection for Scorpio. Veiled with the Strength in reverse for this person's side of the connection. King of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Cups. See, this person didn't know what they wanted. And I feel like they weren't really all that okay. Because there's the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. They were kind of, I feel like they were actually pretty emotionally unavailable. It's like they had love, but they didn't understand how to fully give and receive it almost. Like, I don't know. Because they're dealing with a lot of self-doubt. I mean, they have the Strength card in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Like, they really struggled with their own level and sense of, like, security within themselves, and maybe they were looking for that in you. Maybe that was part of the problem. They were looking for security and validation in you because they're obviously pretty unstable in a lot of areas of their life, and they were putting that on you. And I feel like you were taking it. And I feel like that led to this, like, overwhelming emotion that you just weren't able to sustain for it wasn't sustainable for the long term. So either, you were going to shut down or this connection needed to kind of come to an end here. Because I don't feel like they were ever certain about this. I don't feel like they were ever really fully able to commit to this for the long term. Even if they did, like verbally. Because remember, they have this veiled, like they weren't being fully honest with you. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with your worth or what you are deserving of. It just means that this person has their own issues that they need to work through. All right. This person's energy towards Scorpio. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. Ooh, okay. Yeah, see, they're a runner with the Knight of Swords here. And then they have the Ace of Wands. Is this in reverse? Yeah, but look at that. There's that Wheel of Fortune. So them running from this literally was your blessing in disguise. Because then they have the Ace of Wands with the Five of Wands. There is a lot of passion in this connection, but it's very like that passion turned into a lot of conflict. Like there's a lot of conflict here. And I feel like it could be one of those connections where like when things are bad, they're like really bad. Like the arguments you have are really intense and they're really like, people, you maybe one or both of you have a tendency to say things that, to intentionally hurt the other person. And that just kind of stems from the energy surrounding it. And there's no excuse for that. But I do just feel like there's this intensity. Because this person, I feel like they might have had a tendency to create conflict. And that's because they were dealing with this internal conflict. And that internal conflict came out in their conflict with you. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. I just overall feel, I was just about to say that. I was about to say that they had their heart closed off to love, because it's like they did have love for you here, but at the same time their heart was closed off. Their heart wasn't open to it. I ultimately just feel like this is like the wrong time kind of scenario. Like this person just was obviously not in a good place in their life. And I mean, though it's not fair that it happened this way, I just feel like it had to, because I don't really see this person changing much unless they maybe have it some time to do some healing on their own, because otherwise they're going to keep trying to put their burdens on you and you're going to keep taking them, because that's just how the structure and dynamic of this connection is. Okay, so in between this connection, you have soulmate with the hangman in reverse. So I'm going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to pull 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Scorpio, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you are needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Scorpio.